Yeah, we here. I'm echoing with all these losers on this panel. Ain't no winners on this panel, so I can echo all I want.
Sound like your microphone is losing.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all?
What's going on, dog?
Ain't too much, nothing, man. What we talking about? The bum quarterback that retired?
You talking about Roethlisberger?
Right.
I just asked you.
We talking about the supposed GOAT.
You talking about Big Ben?
The supposed GOAT? You mean the 7-time world champion? The 7-time world champion, the supposed GOAT. The 85,000 yard man? That's what you were talking about?
You know what, Mo? I'm sorry. I always say there's an asterisk by his name because of the scandal, the deflate gate.
So we're gonna talk about scandals. Do you mean the 3 rape charges? And he anally raped the girl. Not only did he rape, he anally raped the girl. It don't have nothing to do with it.
Deflategate and Spygate took place.
Oh yeah. No, okay. So rape don't got nothing to do with this at all, and not just regular rape.
That wasn't
anal. I know it was in a closet. It was in a club. I mean, he just went wild. I mean, I don't know what type of steroids he was on at the time, but he just, he couldn't get enough. He said, if you ain't gonna give me no coochie, I'm gonna take some asshole. That's what he did.
Goodness.
I'll just tell you what don't kill the messenger. Don't kill the messenger.
Monica.
See, I wasn't even saying nothing. I like Roethlisberger, but y'all did this.
Thank you.
You and your little buddy up top.
Hey, Tony. So it sounds better when he said, but when I said, I'm wrong about it.
No, Mo. What I'm saying is, Spygate and Deflategate took place on the field.
Brady ain't nothing to do with that.
Yes, it does, because raping was not taking place on the field. It was
supposed. Stop.
Brady ain't nothing to do with the Skygate and Deflategate. They just blamed. He just took the beef, put it like that.
Okay.
Took the beef and won the Super Bowl both times too.
If you say so, but it's still in my mind an asterisk.
So that's two. So
what about
that's
the
two
other 5?
I thought that was 5. Yeah. So he did the same thing at other 5, huh?
Okay. I didn't say that, but I'm just saying at least 2 were asterisks on my board.
All right. So what about those 85,000 yards he threw for?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, so you take away 2. That's how many Roethlisberger won, and we still got 5 more with y'all. And the man with the 10.
Wait a minute. Is he on your team?
And with the 10 Super Bowls.
Yeah, 10 Super Bowls.
Wait a minute. You said we. Is he?
Yes, I always been a Brady fan.
Because that's our favorite player. That's our favorite player.
It's like Jordan.
You can say your favorite player, but don't say we because he's not.
I feel connected to him. I vicariously play football through him.
Okay.
In my mind, he's the greatest. He's the greatest football player to ever live.
Hello.
Lou, Lou.
We can keep on talking. Let's just keep on talking. He's the greatest football who ever played the game. Ever.
Hands down. Okay. No doubt about it. I mean, we're not talking about Red Grange. We're not talking about Gale Sayers, Walter Payton. We don't hear none of that. Joe Montana, none of that. Tom Brady, the greatest, 7-time, 5-time Super Bowl MVP, 3-time regular season MVP, the most passing yards ever, the most touchdowns ever, the most completions ever, the greatest man who's ever thrown the pigskin ever.
And he was next to the last draft pick.
Yes.
That's to make it even worse.
Okay. All right.
I mean, those are all stats. I don't say it.
I know his resume. I do, but I still say because of the Deflate Gate, Spygate, and whatever other gates that he was part of.
Rape Gate.
We give him asterisks beside his numbers.
I get it. I understand.
That's all the hate. That's because Tom Brady put all they
every year. And you remember Tom Brady threw for the most passing yards in the Super Bowl ever. 500 and some yards. And I hate to say it, Bill Belichick's defense let him down. He did.
501 yards.
The most passing yards ever in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady did that. He brought a team back from 28-3.
Yes, he has. And I have.
And last week.
Same thing last week.
If his defense had never. Right, but he brought them back. He brought them back again. They were out of it. If their defense didn't let them down, Todd Bowles ran that stupid ass defense. They be going to the Super Bowl right now. And y'all know it. You know it, Lou know it, and light-skinned Lou know it. If that defense had to let them down last week, we'd be playing in the championship game today.
And they probably paid him to get off. And they probably paid him to retire.
And it hurt us. It hurt him so bad. Antonio, you see what Antonio Brown sabotaged the man.
Well, okay,
so Brown sabotaged him for real.
Yeah.
Now.
What did I come to tell
he did.
Some nonsense like
the GOAT. You can't do the GOAT conversation.
First of all,
hey, there's no Cowboys that know nothing about that. Don't speak the word GOAT.
And Antonio Brown had nothing to do with Tom Brady's demise last week. Okay.
Oh, you said demise?
Yes, his demise.
His demise? You mean bringing him back?
Lost a step or two. Okay.
He lost a step or two, and he brought the and the score was 27-30.
Man, look, the Rams gave them the game.
It is. The Rams got in that game because it was a blowout.
The Rams did, or Tom Brady took his way back into the game.
Man, they turned. Look, hold up, Tony. I got Mo on this.
No, you don't got nothing.
Hey, Mo.
Hey, Lou, just co-host today.
Look, just chill out. We got this.
No, what I'm saying is it was 3 turnovers. 3 turnovers that the Rams gave you. They had nothing to do with Tom Brady. But Brady
brought him back to score the touchdowns, and it made it 27-27 at the end with 30 seconds left on the clock.
And Cooper Kupp got away from that sorry ass thing. They had a sorry defense all year long, and you know it.
Why you gonna do an all-out blitz? No, it's the defensive call. Why you gonna do an all-out blitz with 30 fucking seconds left? 2 times
made no sense.
Y'all need to stop beefing.
And this is the first game they played. That whole defense played since the first game of the year when they played your sorry ass Cowboys and beat your ass. First game they played together.
Hello.
Come on, man. No camaraderie. So, I mean, but you win some, you lose some. It doesn't matter. He could never win another Super Bowl. He could never play on the field again. It doesn't matter. He's the greatest of all time. Hello. You need to stop hating. You can add Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, and Dak Prescott stats together and still wouldn't be better than Tom Brady.
Hey, look, I'm not hating on Tom Brady.
Hello.
I'm not hating on him. The guy's retired. I'm paying him his respect. But I'm just saying that he's not the greatest. That's all I'm saying.
He's not the greatest.
Who the greatest of you?
We said Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
The 3 of us have always said Joe Montana.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
That's because y'all Brady.
He
got 30,000 yards passing. Joe Montana sucks.
You know why you say Joe Montana? Because
he had a Hall of Fame.
Because Joe Montana called Ben Roethlisberger and them go to Super Bowls multiple times. That's why. And I can understand that.
Really?
Let me ask you a question.
When they play the New England, he calls Pittsburgh to go to Super Bowls multiple times.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, New England did own us. Okay?
Yes, they did.
The fact of it is, we did beat them a couple times. However, again, I'm going back to the Spygate, Deflategate.
It don't matter where we go.
Brady and New England had the NFL in their pocket. That's all I'm gonna say.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. That's why he got angry, because they didn't throw the flag against them last week, and he got the flag.
And was that a flag? But was that a flag? Yes or no?
It was to the head. He went to the head. To the head. There was no flag. You know it. It was.
What I'm saying is, he didn't get it this time. He even said on a podcast, "Yeah, he has always been favored." So yeah, that's why people hate him. When you come out and say that you have the NFL on your side, why wouldn't people hate you?
Well,
you can do whatever you want and say whatever you want, and yeah, I'm going to be okay because I'm Tom Brady.
Come on, Tom, you can't.
No, I don't have to like him. I can give
no, you don't got to.
but I don't have to like him.
You don't got to.
I understand.
You don't got to like. A lot of people don't like him. Everybody hates him.
But when you great though, yep.
You know why? Because he made sure because he put a lot of them goddamn teams on the playoffs, causing y'all teams not to win Super Bowls.
Joe Montana.
People don't like that when people win.
We still got more than the.
You know, I got a question.
You need to talk about your team.
And he got more on your team too. And he got more on your team too. He's my favorite player.
I'm about to say, I got something to say.
Yes.
Joe Montana is the 21st best quarterback that ever played. You know who's better than him? Kerry Collins and Joe Flacco got more yards than Joe Montana.
Okay.
So I'll just tell you what the stats say. The stats say Joe Montana, number 21 in stats. And the man played 16 years, excuse me. I'm just saying. The stats say he played 16 years and he only had 40,000 yards.
Okay.
But Joe Montana, I give Joe Montana I give him number 2.
No, you can't give him number 2 when you had Bill Walsh as your head coach. You had Bill Walsh. You had Jerry Rice and John Taylor, Tom Radman, Brent Jones, Roger Craig. Look at your team. You had the whole offensive line.
Then that defense.
But Harris Barton, the whole offensive line was Hall of Famers. Now let's go to you had Ken Norton. You had so many players on that team. That's Hall of Fame players. Merton Hanks. I mean, come on, man. You can't say the same thing.
Ronnie Lott.
Ronnie Lott. I mean, you can just go on and on and on.
Man, don't hear about them side teams.
Well, that's right. Nobody want to hear about that side team of the San Francisco. You're right. I agree with that one. Look, I mean, Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls and got way more yards than Joe Montana. Eli Manning got 20,000 more yards than Joe Montana. That's sad. Eli Manning.
Hold on, Mo. We can't put Eli Manning in the category with Joe Montana.
I'm just telling you, the numbers say Eli Manning had a better career. I'm just telling you what the numbers say. That's what that say. I'm reading it. I've been saying it for years. Joe Montana was overhyped. He was good, but when you got a Hall of Fame team around you, he was overhyped, man. Let's just be honest. He was overhyped, and everybody know it.
Man, stop the bullshit.
I'm just saying he was overhyped. He was. You know it. I know it. If I got 6 Hall of Famers and you got 1, who got the better team? Come on, man.
Man, one day it ain't gonna work, Mo.
All right, let's use this analogy. If I got 5 $100 bills and you got 1 $100 bills, who got the most money?
Ain't got nothing to do with it. You got to
Why
play
not?
the cards you got.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. And Tom Brady took the cards. He never had no really offensive weapons except Randy Moss, and then he had an offensive weapon last year when he came to Tampa Bay and won it. He played the cards he dealt. It's still, in spite of, put the team on his back. Like the soldier he really was.
You know, they're the league right now.
Okay, he played in the early 2000s when Ray Lewis was smacking niggas. Ed Reed was smacking niggas. You
Right.
still had Rodney Harrison in the league. They was taking niggas' hands. Did you see Tom Brady get crushed in this game where he tried to run for the first down and got smacked? So in the early I'm just saying, in the early they didn't change the rules until like 2009, 2010 because Tom Brady's knee got hurt. That's when they changed the rules. Let's be honest. So he still played in that old era.
When they had a bounty out on
shit, they made him change the rules.
Yes, I'll admit that, but that was 10 years later. He was already a Hall of Famer.
But that's how you know you're great.
No motherfucker Hall of Famer.
That's how you know you.
He was a Hall of Famer his first 10. He won 3 Super Bowls his first 10 years.
Hey, that's how you know you greatness when the NFL changed the rules just for you.
Thank you.
2 rules: the tuck rule, and then when they hit him on below the knee rule.
And everybody know that man went 16-0 in the regular season. Nobody ever did that. Not Patrick Mahomes, not Joe Montana, not John Elway, not Dan Marino. Nobody.
Well, let me say
the greatest of all time.
Yeah, let me say
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
Welcome to the Rebuttal Entertainment when you hear all the bullshit. All the people talking bullshit. It's football season. We got 3 more shows. We're going to make the best of it. I got to echo, deal with it. Shit, I don't know. Monica says Sean Payton is the only coach who is tied with Belichick.
Yeah.
Record by.
And Peyton has a winning record.
No, we're not going upstairs. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. But when it came down to the big games, they ain't had shit.
Nothing. He always knocked Peyton Manning out the playoffs and went to the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning got 2 Super Bowls. He got the same amount as his brother. 2. As Roethlisberger. 2.
You got 2.
I'm just saying I'm just telling you what the numbers say. I ain't.
Is that what the numbers say, Mo? That what the numbers say.
I just go with the numbers. I only read what it say on the screen.
Yeah, okay. Joe Montana, the greatest ever. So let me finish reading this. Big Mel in the house. That's right, Mo. Overhyped.
I told you Joe Montana was overhyped. That's what he's saying. That's what he said.
I hear you. Tell them, Queen, Monica, real shit there. Men of the Lord, what's going on, man? I know men of the Lord. Yeah, they bullshit. Can I get in? Yeah, Mel. I ain't sending you no link. Oh, damn.
I just sent it to him.
Okay. There you
Mo,
go.
Yes, sir.
Only why they hate on Brady because it caused they Pittsburgh Steelers a rack of Super Bowls. That's it. That's all.
Because they had some good Pittsburgh Steelers teams. I'll give it to them. And I thought they could have done it. And I used to be nervous. That one where that tight end dropped it, he got hit. I thought they was going to beat New England that game. I'll give it to you, Lou. And it was a catch. And he dropped it right in the end zone. It was a catch, though. But Tom Brady came and destroyed y'all and broke y'all, snapped your hearts like this again. Just crushed it. I'm going to tell you what happened.
Hey, Mo, read what Monica just said.
You say,
why is that guy yelling?
Who is this guy yelling? Who is his team? He like to watch the football team, Monica.
He like the football team, but he like me. We got our favorite football player every time.
So this is Will Steele's hopes. You know, this is the only thing he could bank on. But now that he's gone, he gonna be quiet for the rest of his life.
I know I'm fucking right now, dog. Hey, look, everybody calling my phone yesterday. Yeah, nigga, who you gonna root for there? That Brady can't bail your ass out now.
He's gonna root for the Washington Commanders.
That's some bullshit. I hope that's not our name.
That is a horrible name.
I'm afraid that's not our name.
What's the name? Hey, Mo. I tell you off air, somebody that we all know, me, you, and Lou know, they spoke to someone that works in the concessions and memorabilia at the stadium.
Yeah.
What's the name?
That's some sick shit, man. What the fuck is the Washington Commanders?
I have no idea.
I would like to watch. I like the Washington football team. Shit,
I love the Washington football team. Yeah, and the logo, man. They got a logo with the monument in the middle on the W. Cool, I understand that. But we still back to what is the logo for Commander?
We ready to command shit. That's what we
is
ready to do. We ready to command shit.
I would rather hear Commandos.
Hey, the logo gonna be Dan Snyder.
Fuck it. We ready to command shit, man. We ready. Yeah, that's what we ready to do. Fuck it.
Hey, Monica say, please don't talk, family. Is Brady on the Washington football team?
No, hey. Tell her Drew Brees not even.
Yep, that's cool.
Hey, tell Monica she better be quiet for Brady take Drew Brees' job. He will go on Channel 4 and be the commentator. They would love to have Brady.
Yeah.
Big man, you hear all this bullshit?
I do, man. I want to say, Mo and Jamal, man, thank y'all for coming on this morning and give me that sermon. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah,
that's right.
Keep up the good work.
You know, Pastor Do Right is here.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey,
right.
Tony. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Mel.
Hey, Tony, they got you this morning, Tony. They got
because hey, Mel,
Look,
if
look at my face.
If it was Big Ben retired too, right? If it was Big Ben with 7 motherfucking Super Bowl rings, 10, he the greatest in the world. He the Big Ben some shit.
He's the greatest for our organization, okay?
Yeah, okay.
I only root for one quarterback, and it ain't no damn Tom Brady.
I mean, shit, Dan O'Neal played better than Big Ben to me and shit.
I ain't talking about Dan O'Neal. I'm talking about my quarterback.
Look,
you can't even talk about Heineke.
He's just trying to buffer you, fella.
He can't talk about nobody from the Washington football team. That is great. Besides Sean Taylor, rest his soul.
Green, Charles Mann, Dexter Manley,
I know that. Hey, Mo, don't give him no history, Mo. You know what I'm saying? Arkmo, Gary Clark, Ricky Sanders. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that, Tony.
Ken Harvey, let's go.
Don't do that, Tony.
Grant.
Wilbur Marshall.
Washington football.
You should put all this energy in your team as much as you've been putting in Tom Brady's bullshit.
Okay, well, we put in our team now. We just naming all our players now.
Because I brought it up.
Right, you brought it up, and we rebutted.
Yeah, we rebutted that shit.
That's what we did.
Lewis, what is your agenda today?
Let's go. What a show.
We are the Washington Commanders. Fuck that. That's it. That's
all.
all.
Ain't commanding nothing.
First of all, let me say this. I'm a Redskin fan, but don't try to compare the Redskin players against Pittsburgh players. It would never happen.
Why you say that?
Because it won't. Hall of Famers players. Shut the fuck up.
You talking about that 70s shit, nigga? What you ain't? The 70s. And only motherfucker Hall of Fame player y'all got in the 90s is Paul Marley.
It doesn't matter. We talk about team fucking history. You always want
to you bring that 70s shit. Okay, y'all had a good teams in the 70s.
80s, 90s.
We had it in the 60s, man.
The 60s.
Yeah.
Okay, let me answer the question. Was you born in the 60s?
Nope.
Right.
But I do but I do my history. Just like you're doing your history.
Well, if you're doing your history, you will know.
You was a little kid in the 70s. You probably when he paying attention to goddamn football in the early 70s when y'all was.
I was playing football when I was 4 years old, nigga. I was born
1969. So what year was that?
Get it right. 69, nigga.
Okay, he is an old motherfucker.
Right. Yeah. So shut that bullshit up.
Yeah.
Tom Brady loving ass nigga.
That's right, nigga. My man Tom, the GOAT Brady.
Get off Tom Brady's jock. How about that? He got jock itch.
Hey, how my man Skip Belly say the whole day.
Quit being in like that, okay?
Welcome to the Rebuttal Entertainment. As you can see, we heated today, baby. The fake goat for time, you know what I mean? The real goat trying to give us the Baltimore Ravens.
Wait a minute, hey Lou.
The real goat trying to give us the Baltimore Ravens. Time out, Lou. You said just now that Pittsburgh had more Hall of Famers than the Washington football team. Guess what? You are wrong. Washington has 32 Hall of Famers in the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio.
That's right.
Number 1 is Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There you go, Mo. Because but he missed the number 4-year-old.
Number 7, Pittsburgh Steelers with 30. You lose again.
First of all, let me say this.
I've been playing football since I was 4 years old.
If they really know all the Pittsburgh Steelers teams players supposed to be in the Hall of Fame, you know what I mean? They will be in there.
He talking about down the line. Hey, look, I like the way you cleared that up.
All of them supposed to be in the Hall of Fame. The 70s, 80s, and 90s, motherfucker. So I don't want to hear that bullshit you talking. No, but welcome to the Bud Entertainment for the 5th time. You know what I mean? We fucked that. We ain't gonna go back to bum ass Tom Brady later. We're gonna talk about it still hasn't been a black coach hired.
And it's not gonna be.
It's not gonna be.
Start with that.
All right. Well, like Jamal said, it's not gonna happen because they look at us as second tier. If we can't get that first white head coach in there, then we'll start looking for the second the minority coaches. And it's in our face. You can't even deny this. I think everybody on the panel would agree. You can't deny it anymore. Eric Bieniemy. Okay, if you want to put it resume to a resume, Eric Bieniemy has been in what? 2 Super Bowls, 5 AFC Championship games over the last 5 or 6 years, right?
Yeah.
That's a resume right there. He's been head of an offense that's been in the top 3 for the last 6 or 7 years. So what does that say? That means that he's able to coach a team. He's able to put a team in a winning position. But these owners, they don't see that. All they see is this. And I don't want to make it that, but it's in our face. It's to a point where if it stinks, it stinks. So I'm going to start out by saying that I'm not surprised, everybody. I'm not surprised because it's right in our face.
Yep.
It's in our face, y'all.
See, all this time, y'all made it think that it was me echoing. As usual, y'all know who it is.
Who?
Who?
You hear the echo? Do you hear the echo?
No.
This shit echo anyway when you talk about that Dallas shit. So
Yeah.
that
Do you hear the echo? Now let me put the unmute. Do you hear now?
Yeah.
You know who it is. It's Mo, goddammit.
Oh man. What is
that?
Oh
man. Just like Brady, they always echoing bullshit.
Yeah, because I thought it was me. That's why I went out.
Nah, you know who it is. But let me tell you this, man. It's the Crab Street. Mo, I heard you before I went out, man. Who the fuck is that? The Bears. Who the hell is that they hired, Mo?
Eberflus from Indianapolis. And like we said, Lou, it makes no sense. If you got a young black quarterback, first of all, we're in a new day and time, like you said, Lou. You have to connect mentally with that young guy. We don't know what type of lifestyle he's had growing up. You're supposed to be his Zen master, basically. A young black quarterback who's learning the NFL game, and you go hire a defensive guy. What the hell sense does that make? Well, you know why they did it? Because once again, it's the McCaskies that they're old and they still got that good old boy mentality. You never go hire a defensive guy if you just draft. You ruin this man's career. You don't run it. You just want to trade him now because the Bears are doing what the Bears usually do: field the defense. That's all the Bears have ever done is always had defense. No offense ever.
Mm-hmm.
Never. And now you've done it again, and it's the wrong move to make. You drafted this guy to be the face of your franchise, and then you don't give him an offensive-minded guy to lead. What sense does that make?
Yeah.
You could have brought in Leftwich for this kid. You could have brought in Bieniemy for this kid, but you hired a defensive coordinator. And let's be honest, Indianapolis defense is okay, but they defense let them down a few games this year, and that's why they didn't even make the playoffs. Let's just be honest.
Let me say this. I don't know what the criteria has been with these coaches.
White and right. Man. Let's be honest. You got to be white and right.
I know, but it's just a shame, man. They have fake ass people that don't nobody know, don't have no kind of experience in coaching, no knowledge really. You know what I mean? Somebody go in there and get one good interview. Shit, I could do one good motherfucking interview.
Yeah.
And then this and that's Mike Tomlin. Oh, we gonna hire this motherfucker. It don't work like that in NFL. Brian Son of God said, it's a shame y'all on Brady like that. Where is y'all spirit? Never will I rep a quarterback on another team. Bleed black and gold here. Who that? Monica Saint in the house.
I mean, that's our favorite player. That's our favorite player. I mean, we still represent our team, but that's our favorite player.
Hold on. I want to get one thing clear with everybody. I like Tom Brady. I think he's a hell of a quarterback, one of the best. I always say he's one of the best. He's not the GOAT. I'm sad to see him go. I want to see him play more because he brings a lot to the game.
Man, somebody else gonna step up and bring a lot to the game. So when Patrick Mahomes say Patrick Mahomes start winning a lot of Super Bowls and putting Pittsburgh out, y'all gonna hate him too?
Why you keep bringing Pittsburgh?
I'm just asking quick. That's your team.
Why don't you put your own
It's the
AFC.
It's the AFC.
I don't give a damn. You worry about the NFC.
It's the AFC, Tony.
What's up, Spoon?
Yeah, it's the AFC. That's why.
What's going on? You know what I mean? First of all, Tony, you gotta learn how to ignore ignorance. You know,
so that's ignorance because I said that makes sense what I said.
When your team ain't won shit for forever,
and your team ain't won shit forever,
and like for
30 years,
it hurts deep down in your soul and your heart. Then you try to say stuff to hurt the opponent. Tony, you gotta learn how to ignore that little crap.
You're right,
baby.
You gotta understand.
Hey, look, this team is the Washington football team who don't have no fucking name.
We do got a name.
Stadium.
We do got a name.
Commanders. You know what I mean? The stadium, they almost killed my co-host. I had to go look for a new co-host and liken Lou when he went to the stadium because shit, water flowing.
But don't show up at our shit.
You know what I mean? This raggedy ass fucking stadium. You know what I mean? The Pilgrims wouldn't even be in that dirty motherfucker.
Yeah.
Roaches, everything. They couldn't even sell that motherfucker on eBay. You know what I mean? So it ain't
whatever.
Worth arguing with, man.
Like,
it's just not. You know
and like
what
that,
kind of logo they gonna have? That's not like this.
And like that's supposed to hurt. Get the fuck out of here. You gotta do better than that. That shit ain't gonna hurt, motherfucker.
I'm speaking.
That shit ain't gonna hurt.
Your team stink.
And your team right with us. Y'all team ain't doing good.
We don't stink, Jamal. We far from stinking.
Y'all barely made it. Y'all ain't even supposed to make the goddamn playoffs.
But guess what? We made it.
You know
by what?
Some things sometimes just make you laugh.
By technical, look, because if motherfuckers should have took the knee and shit, y'all
like I've
been
been saying, you wish your team was on our level. You
Never.
wish your organization was as classy as ours.
You want to say level? You don't go nowhere. We don't go no motherfucking where. So what the fuck?
We exude class.
Mo, turn your mic down, Mo. Aria say, fuck Washington.
Class. And fuck Dallas.
That's right, Aria.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Go ahead, Mo.
Aria, you ain't have to do that.
No. She don't got no sense here.
She's entitled to say whatever she want to say. This is a rebuttal to her team.
We had talked about your sorry ass team. We'd be in the wrong.
She's still in recovery, y'all. She's still in recovery, Mo.
Well, Mo, I'll have you know it that you went in on us last week, so you got to expect the unexpected.
Hey, Mo, she's still in recovery right now.
I did not. I went in on you.
Right, and I represent the Cowboys.
Yeah, but Aria wasn't.
She was here.
Need to do that.
Mo, she's still in recovery right now. Mo. She's still in recovery.
So Aria, if you'd like me to commence talking about the Dallas Cowboys, I can.
We're not talking about the Cowboys today. Break it down. So what do you think needs to be happening about this coaching situation, man, with these black coaches?
You asking me, Lou?
Yeah.
All right. Something needs to be done. Seriously. First of all, this is where I'm gonna start. Now you bear with me because it's gonna seem like I'm off base, but just hear me out. Now you got Jay-Z was interested in buying a football team. You had Diddy interested in buying a football team. Now they may not got $7 billion to buy it, but listen, they give everybody else loans. All right, you got the guy that Lou, and I think me and you talked about this last week, who donates all the money to the HBCUs. What's his name? Washington. What's his last name?
I can't think of right now. I know.
But me and you had talked about it off air. He's worth $7 billion. He's interested in buying the Broncos. Let that man buy the Broncos. So you start there, because in professional sports, there's really only 4 or 5 men of color or women of color who own the team. I know the Mystics are owned by a woman of color. The Charlotte Hornets are owned by Michael Jordan. We all know. Shad Khan.
Hey, wait a minute. Let me hold you right there, Mo. Let me say this. Just because you think it will be a black owner, black GM, you think they will hire a color person?
Well, I'm saying it's a start. To me, it gets our foot in the door. If you only, I mean, there's one minority owner in baseball, and that's not A-Rod, but Derek Jeter. He's a man of color. He's mixed. He's black, but he's a man of color. And until we get our foot in the door, we're going to have this problem. Just like in the corporate world, they weren't hiring black men to be CEOs or CFOs, and it took years and years. And I don't necessarily believe in having where they force us to be. I forget what they used to call. What's the word they used to call it years ago, where they made black people to get in a position? I forget the phrase they used. It was some bullshit anyway. But I think that we should get a chance. Give us a chance, because we're used to struggle. We came from struggle, so we know we're not gonna fold in the midst of hard times. Give us a chance. If you don't give us a chance, the league is 75% black, and then you don't have no black ownership. Maybe 3 black GMs, and you just hired 2 black GMs, so it was only one other. Come on, you got to put in the NBA. What is it? 80% black.
So the
No
NFL
black, only
got
one black owner.
What can they do? Do they got to be more forceful? Well, I'm asking Jamal this. So the NFL got to step in and be more forceful, Jamal?
I mean, they try to be more forceful, talking about on the Rooney Rule and shit. You know what I'm saying? They try to be. It's that you can't make a motherfucker. I mean, if you own the team, you can't make a motherfucker hire a black person.
That's
They tell you that every year. They keep on saying you gotta interview 2 black people. Now you gotta interview 2 you know what I'm saying? They're not interviewing no motherfucker. They just go.
You get an extra draft pick if you hire one. But we
They
don't want that. Make it an
that's some
extra
racist
draft pick
shit
in the
right
first
there
round.
too.
Then you don't want an extra draft pick in the 4th, 5th round. That don't mean nothing. Give an extra draft pick in the first round. Then, if that's the case,
that's some racist shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
if that's
okay,
the case,
we're gonna
do it that way.
And that's some racist shit right there. Oh, since you since we hired a black person, we're gonna give you a draft pick. The fuck type of shit is that?
Make it like that from the beginning, man. I just think, for me, I'm gonna chime in, man. I just think they gotta hold their feet to the fire, man. Make them accountable. Because, like you say, all they have to do is interview. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to hire.
That's right.
And I think if they step it up and say you gotta hire, then it makes it seem like you got to think about the coach that's going to go in there. I'm only here because of the rule. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not a good look. At the end of the day, we all gonna have our different perspectives, but I'm willing to say that the shit ain't gonna happen. These are rich white billionaires, and I'd be damned. Who are you to come in here and tell me how to run my? I'm not saying from what I'm just from how they're thinking. Who are you to tell me who I'm gonna hire? And that's just what it is.
Yeah, it's a good old boys, world right now. They don't want a black person in charge of anything. It's in the corporate world, you see that. I say that because my brother's a CEO for a hospital. He said he gets more pushback from these white people who are older than he is. He is more than qualified to do what he's got to do. But as soon as someone white tells him what to do, they jump on it. He has to ask them, why don't they give him the same respect that they give the white person? And they said, it's ridiculous because he's younger. He's 49 years old. They don't see him as an authoritative person.
And it's ridiculous. A round of applause.
So he's always going to go through that.
And I don't know what he does, but he deserves a round of applause. To be a 49-year-old CEO, that's what he deserves, because it's so hard. It is so hard. I tell you
what
this.
What you think about it, Mel?
Hey, I want to say 10 seconds real quick. Jamal and Mo, I want to say y'all, we undefeated today. Washington, y'all kicked ass this morning. I want to first give y'all that praise. You know what I mean?
Thank you, big man. Thank you, baby.
But man, I want to say, man, with the NFL, it's that good old country boy club, man. Like Tony said, they until we get somebody in there, I mean, they still rule it. Just like racist ass Jerry Jones, when Kaepernick was doing this thing and he told them players they better not kneel. Until you get stuff like that out of the league, it's never going to change, man.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, man. I think they're gonna have to start being more forceful. You can't make them hide you. You can't make them hide you. But it's steps they need to start doing better than try to present the African American culture, to these owners, man. I mean, because maybe they need to interview 5 or 10 African Americans before you hire one. You know what I mean? You got to step up, and if you don't, take away 2 draft picks. See,
I agree. I'm not mad at that.
Wait a minute. This
and
is what I'm trying to be when I'm saying more forceful. Maybe you got to interview 5 to 10 minority coaches. And if they don't do that, have it in the book, you take away 2 draft picks. You know what I mean? You got to start being more forfeiting rednecks out here, because they're gonna still do whatever they want to do because it's that organization. But maybe somebody might catch their ear. You know what I mean? Like Mike Tomlin for Pittsburgh again.
But look, I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Maul. Go ahead.
You can interview 5, 10, or 15 black motherfuckers. They already got in their mind who the fuck they gonna hire any goddamn way.
Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna tell you need to get involved.
But you never know though, Mo. You know.
Like I think Congress need to get involved. Yeah, that was scare their ass right there.
Well, they say that, but then I'm glad you brought that up.
But they racist too.
I was about to say that. They having a controversy. A senator came out yesterday and said hiring a black Supreme Court justice will be a beneficiary of affirmative action. If you can't even get them to hire a judge who's not an Uncle Tom, if she was an Uncle Tom, then they say they'd be all for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's just keep it honest. Like, Clarence Thomas. And that's what happens in the NFL. If you're not an Uncle Tom, a bootlicker, an ass kisser, a tap dancer, you don't get those positions. Now, you tell me why. I know that there are plenty of billionaire black people in the world and in America. Why can't we own a team?
Right.
That.
You got it good, Mo. Your son bringing you some food.
The reason I said that, even if they don't interview them, you never know.
Yeah.
Somebody might catch their ear. You know what I mean?
What's up, little fella?
You won't know who's gonna catch their ear unless you interview them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
But you know what, Louis? You said something that made sense, man. You said something that made sense, but I want to add on to that. How about us minority coaches take matters into our own hands and just keep on winning? Keep on winning to where as though they ain't got no choice but to not ignore it. Because one way that you can affect a rich white guy is their pockets. Whether it's you puff their pockets or you take away from their pockets. If you take away from their pockets, that means, you take away the draft picks and stuff like that. Puffing would mean these coaches are so good. Like Eric Bieniemy, he's building his resume as we speak. If Kansas City go on to win the Super Bowl, that's puffing his resume again. So it's going to make it to where as though you ain't got no choice but to hire this dude. And that's just my take, man, because if sometimes in situations like that, you got to take matters into your own hand, man. That would be
But for the last couple of years, I mean, he supposed to have been hired 2 or 3 years goddamn ago. Mm-hmm. So you know what I'm saying? It don't make it. They only person gonna get the credit is the white coach. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's your name? Andy Reid getting all the credit. Well, Bill Belichick getting all the credit.
But some of these coaches, I'm not high on which conference like y'all is from Kansas City. I'm just not high on him.
Who, Eric Bieniemy?
Yeah, I'm not high on him.
Okay, so you're looking at the weapons that he got.
I'm just looking at, because you see his demeanor, his coaching stuff, and the weapons he got, and Andy Reid offense. He just called the Andy Reid plays.
Okay.
Well, he called the right goddamn plays.
Yeah, but then when he go on his own head coach thing, he got to develop his own shit, his own
identity.
And when I'm hearing and people said it, the man can't interview.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, that's what I keep saying. When you
what the fuck? So what's your criteria to interview? What the fuck you gotta say?
When you interview 10 minority coaches, maybe one of them interview good and can tell you. Maybe but enemy can't need who your coaching staff is, who you gonna have defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, who your strength coach. When you go to these interviews, like I've been through a million of them, you gotta be prepared for that.
You have to have a plan.
That's right. You gotta leave that in the backup after backup. Hold to say who's taking. I mean, that guy's taking. Tony taking. She can't be the stripper. She taking this. Who's your backup after that? You got to have, when you go on these interviews, and the 4 teams said the man didn't wow them in the interview. And that's why they didn't hire him. You know what I mean? But I understand you never know until you try. But if he ain't wow me in the interview, I ain't hiring his ass either.
But maybe he's not street smart. I mean, maybe he's not book smart. He's street smart. That's it.
Yeah.
So the only thing I do is he can hire people who he can hire people around him who good.
But they're the ones that coaching the team then.
Okay, but that's every team got somebody like that. Just like Josh McDaniels, you know what I'm saying? Josh McDaniels, New England. He went to somewhere with some cold motherfucking garbage. He said, "Fuck them whole ass back in New England."
Yeah. He wasn't even ready. They thought he was a boy toy because he was under Bill Belichick. He should have never got that joint. Yeah. He should never got them season, man. But it's just a lot of stuff, goes into it. I just think they need, if you hire 10 I mean, interview 10 of them. Maybe one of them catch your eye, man. They not. You just got to start taking draft picks and shit like that, man. And maybe shit will start getting better. Until then, we gonna keep doing. Bears hire the bullshit coach. Who else hired the coach?
Let me see. Okay, Jacksonville. They hired our guy from here.
No, they didn't.
They did. They hire him yet?
They didn't hire him.
He said he turned the job down.
Straight about that.
Dan Quinn turned the job down.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about Leftwich.
They didn't hire him. He didn't take it.
Nope, he didn't turn it down. He knew.
Oh, wow.
It was
you know what? And that's good because that was another setup move. Because look at Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's horrible.
That's like the Washington football team. They like one step below Washington football team. They just no, but they got. If you look at
they got the quarterback though.
Hey, hold on. Hear me out.
Lou, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Thank you, Lewis. Thank you.
Thank you,
man. Horrible organization like the Jacksonville.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Have a franchise quarterback.
Exactly.
Who's your
Keep on talking about. Look, every team gonna need a franchise quarterback. That's why y'all motherfuckers ain't going with that.
Lewis, let's propel on to the next topic because I'm not.
I'm not even talking.
My team ain't in the playoff. Your
I'm
team
not
ain't
even
in the
talking about
playoff.
your team. I was talking about the Pittsburgh team. Then I wasn't even talking about. But if you want me to talk about your bum ass team too, I was talking about your bum ass team too. I was talking about the Pittsburgh motherfuckers.
Oh, just get along, man. Come on. He asked me my opinion, and I said it. Can we move on to the next topic, man? Come on, man.
Talking about the Washington football team.
Since you want to throw shots, we'll shoot 4 more back.
Okay, we can do that, Mo. Either ways, we got to move on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that nigga Dak the same Romo, so he could be good at commentating next, motherfucker.
Oh my God! Why y'all wearing y'all heart on your shoulders?
I'm with Jerry Jones now. I see why Jerry Jones ain't want to get that motherfucker that money. I was with the motherfucker. I said, man, y'all need he supposed to have that money. I see why.
What does that got to do with what we talking about? I just said the guy didn't want to take the job.
Our team up.
Oh my God!
That's right. That's right.
Our team don't got nothing to do with what we was talking about. Just
we undefeated.
What's the next topic, man? What's the next topic? Can we go to the next topic? Come on, man.
Right now, man.
Once again, Jamal and Mo, good job, man.
My God.
What do y'all think about female coaches, head coaches in the NFL?
I ain't ready for that, Lewis. I don't know, and I'm not saying yeah, and I'm not saying no, but that's basketball is different. Football is just that man sport. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that would. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about it.
You sounded like Jerry Jones.
Let me say something.
There you go. You showed this pig.
That's what I was ready to say.
I just don't know. What you want me to say? Me lie?
No. I think it's fair. Shit, why not? Why change? That's a part of change. Let the motherfuckers coach. If they women can coach better than some of these goddamn men. You never know until you try.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Light skin Lou, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You're showing this sexist pig.
The pressure of coaching a football team.
What is that, Tony?
You don't think they can handle the pressure?
No.
You got a female vice president. If she can handle the vice presidency, why you can't handle a football team? No, I didn't say
they got a lot of female empowerment to handle things, man. They got some hard females out this motherfucker.
When it comes to sports, females.
I think we should take light skin Lou to the carpet for saying such a chauvinist, misogynistic.
All I said was I don't know. I didn't say yeah. I didn't say no.
2022. We are not in 1922.
But we never tried.
Hold on. What part of my comment did y'all understand? I said I don't know if I'm. I said I just don't know.
I'm not ready for a woman to be a.
We're gonna have a good conversation one at a time.
Right.
I mean,
you ought to be light skin Lou. I can't get over you said such a thing.
Look, this is the thing.
Now we're gonna bring some women on the panel and discuss this. Why you did it?
I don't think a female would be good for a coaching position in the NFL.
Why?
She's emotional. There would be too much scrutiny. There would be too much scandal. Okay.
Scandal.
Yes. How did she get the job? Did she sleep with somebody?
Oh my God!
She's showing favoritism to this one. Wow. She must be doing him or something. Come on.
Tony, you've been looking at too much TV. You've been looking at too much goddamn
TV. I don't care. Y'all can
what type of TV? What type of TV? You've been looking at too much cable and shit. I don't know what that is.
Go ahead, Mel. What you think, Mel?
Tony, I'm so disappointed, Tony. I'm so disappointed.
Oh no,
Hey, if they can coach, let them coach. Give them a chance. You know, we don't even know if they can fail now. No one's had the chance, so I think that I don't agree with that at all, Tony.
Just like you saying, black coaches should be the coach, and why the females can't be the coach?
That's totally different.
Well,
Why?
totally different. How?
What's different about that?
The only thing, she got to be able to command the locker room. And that's going to be because a lot of dudes, we're going to be honest, we're going to be childish and laughing and stupid shit. If she can command the locker room and get them to listen, and if she says jump their ass high, she could be a coach. But it's going to be hard to deal with a whole bunch of testosterone in the locker room. You know, one of those dumbass football players is going to try to show his meat to her or some bullshit because he's the coach.
Exactly.
But
it's her job to stand up, like, man, get that little shit away from me, motherfucker.
That's what I was gonna say, Tony. Just because it happens doesn't mean she got to stand for it. She's a human just like the rest of us.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, I think they can coach in the NFL. I mean, females will not take that bullshit like men can do. You know what I mean? We can say whatever they want. Females are more authoritative too than men in that kind of situation. You know what I mean? For instance, what was Tennessee coach named the one that died?
Pat Summitt.
Pat Summitt can coach football, basketball, baseball, and earn respect.
She was a beast. Yeah, she was.
Right. I get what you're saying, but you know what I mean? Other players don't respect.
You're a chauvinist. We don't want to hear you.
If they don't respect you get them out of there and bring somebody in that will respect them.
Yeah.
So
and then you got to pick the leaders in the locker room that's going to hold the locker room accountable.
Right, accountable.
So come on, Lou. You know this shit. It ain't hard.
I know. I'm letting you finish. I'm letting you finish.
No, I'm done.
What I'm saying is, they are qualified to. I'm gonna go out and say they are qualified to do it. If they're qualified to do it, I'm okay with that. But the players, the owners, they're not going to respect a woman in that position. I'm just being real, and I'm not saying I don't want to see it.
That could be true.
I'm just trying to clear it up. I mean, I don't have to clear it up because that's what I think. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to get this notion that I'm thinking, oh, they ain't qualified. No, women are qualified to do what men do. All in and out of this world, sports, real life, everything. But what I'm saying is the way the league is constructed, men and owners are not going to respect a woman as they respect a man. You can say what you want to say, but y'all know deep down inside that shit ain't gonna fly, man. You know that.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Let me rebuttal him right quick. That's why it's the rebuttal.
That's right.
It's 2022.
But if you coach,
shit is done and over with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you coach, you demand respect.
That's right. They will respect. If the owner hired you, that shit gonna trickle down. The owner gotta hire the female anyway. You know what I mean? So he had to respect her to hire her. But then it gotta trickle down. But then you put people in authoritative positions that's not gonna have. Then Lou, right? They gonna do stupid shit in there, and y'all like Maul said, try to walk around butt naked and all that stupid shit. You know what I mean? But when she had her meeting with them, she got to put that shit, respect me, I respect you. You don't respect me, you out of here. You know what I mean? So certain time they get dressed and all that shit, she come in the room, she seen dick before, who the fuck happened? So, I mean, that shit probably wouldn't bother her either. She probably like, go pull them in the office, say, respect me. I mean, the shit can work. It's up to the owner, a strong owner, to back her, have her back, man.
Now, this is how much, and I hate to say this, it's probably going to ruffle some feathers to our listeners, but that's what makes this, like you said, Lou, the rebuttal entertainment. And I'm just going to keep it 100. White men really hate their women. They'd rather hire a black man before they hire their own women. Think about it. They didn't even give their own women rights to vote. Literally, when black people got a right to vote, it's really when women got a right to vote. For real, if you really want to be technical about it. Because they hate their own women. And I know it's going to ruffle feathers, and I'm sorry, listeners, but we got to keep it 100.
Well, they'll
hire a black guy before they hire a woman.
Let's say something, Mo, not all. Let's just say something. Be politically correct.
Okay, that's true. Let's say something. But those good old boys like Jerry Jones, I'm just being honest. Jerry Jones would never hire a woman of color. Or I mean, a man of color.
We're talking about women, period, though. I'm not even talking about color.
Yeah. Right, but he would never do it. Jerry Jones is a good old boy who's from down south, and he's never would hire a black head coach. There's plenty of black head coaches who's better than Mike McCarthy. Imagine if that same offensive mind of Eric Bieniemy or Byron Leftwich was there with a good Dan Quinn. What do you think Dallas would have done this year?
Let me ask you something, Mo. Why everything reflects back to Dallas?
I was just saying. I wasn't trying to throw. I'm sorry.
Because we hate them bum motherfuckers. That's why.
No. I'm gonna tell you because I can't. I wasn't trying to do that. But let's be honest. The Rooney's would definitely hire a woman before Jerry Jones. Let's just keep it 100. If we're gonna be honest.
Okay, well, you're gonna say Jerry Jones. Let's say Dan Snyder too. Let's add him.
Daniel hire women.
Dan Snyder is a rapist. He's another one. He's a misogynist.
Team instead of
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree. I've spoken out against Dan Snyder. Has 40-some sexual abuse charges, man. So of course he's in there. You think he would respect a woman? They wouldn't even try it because they know they've already been sued so many times by females. So Dan Snyder's in the same boat as Jerry Jones and a lot of these other guys. Now, if you get the owner of the Seahawks like Paul Allen, the guy who bought the Rams, it's certain guys who are progressive and don't bother them.
And that's why I said some will and some won't. Just got to be a strong owner. I mean, we know the clown ass owners that won't do it.
Absolutely.
It's just because it's being discussed now, so that's why I brought it up.
It is, and I will give it to you. The Pittsburgh Steelers are one of the classiest organizations in the entire sports period. I don't care if you go to baseball, basketball, soccer, hockey. They have a name of a rule for a reason. They have been progressive for years. The dad was a progressive. Yeah. And I will give it to you. Pittsburgh has always been. Come on, man. Mike Tomlin is great. That was the smartest coaching move that they could have. Mike Tomlin is great. And he was a young black man too.
Brian Son of God said, "Do y'all think the game is fixed?" Let's go around the room this quick. So, do you think football fixed?
Yes.
Lou, you think football fixed?
I think to a degree, yeah. I think they have their favorites because it's all about the NFL. The Shield is all about money, so I think it's a small percentage that's fixed. Yeah.
Mel, you think football fixed?
When we play the Cowboys, I do. I think it's fixed. Yeah.
Mo, you think football is fixed?
Nah, I mean, I don't think it's fixed like everybody else say it's fixed. It's not fixed all like that.
Mo, you think football fixed?
Well, let's go over what fixed is. I don't think they have I don't think they go in there and say we're gonna let this person win and that's it. Do they favor star athletes and stuff like that? Absolutely.
Or teams.
Yeah, absolutely. But do I think they go in and say we're gonna let them score 50 points and don't? No, it's too hard to coordinate all that with all the referees on the field, the umpires on the field, the coach. I mean, it's too much. Now, some of it, do they get away with? Because you get one set of officials that only call 5 penalties a game. You get another set of officials call 25 penalties a game. So, if you mean it in that way, yeah.
Well, I think it ain't fixed. I just like Mo and y'all said, yeah, certain ways, like if you run past Tom Brady and don't touch him, the ref throw the flag. You know, that kind of shit is fixed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Right. And it helps the team. It helps whatever team he's on. It helps them in a later thing. It's geared towards a certain amount of certain teams winning. That's what I think.
Was it geared for Dak Prescott?
Nope.
I was curious.
Nope.
They ran that 13 yards.
Nope.
I was just curious.
And look. You talking about fixed? The motherfucking referees. No, but look, the referees, now, if you want to say Dallas game fixed, a lot of them motherfucking Cowboy games be fixed like shit. The shit they be getting called on, that's some bullshit. Dallas motherfucking shit. I don't give a fuck if we coming back to Dallas because they the number one motherfucking fraud motherfuckers in the world. They fixed.
And I didn't say that, light skin Lou. I didn't say nothing else about it.
I thought New England Patriots was the number one fraud team in the world. But
Nah, Dallas. No, Dallas.
Brian Son of God say, too much lifetime, Tony.
Thank you, Brian.
Right. No bullshit.
I still have my opinion. I believe what I want to say.
That's right, Tony. Don't let them bite you down.
I'm here if you agree with it or not.
That's right. I'm going to stick with my fact.
Thank
Matt
you.
Man say Washington football team will be the best team in the NFC East.
That's right. That's right, Greg. That's right. We commanding shit.
Hey, Mac, you smoking that?
That's black. That's black. Black smoking bullshit.
Black.
Kavam say,
he don't smoke.
Welcome to the channel, man. He say, all sports are fixed. Damn.
But you know what? What was that referee that in the NBA? Donahue?
Yeah.
Read that book. He tells you everything you want to know. And I know there's some lying in there, but 80% of that shit he put in that book, it was true. He broke it down. He said players like Allen Iverson, it's nights where they can call Curry or they don't call Curry. What does that do? 5 or 6 turnovers.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So read that book.
Man say the game is not fixed. Just some calls are unnecessary for certain players. That's
right.
Like Tom Brady.
Damn, man, why you only that man?
Or like
That man retired. That man retired right now, so it's not about Brady no more.
So
it's like you said.
So that's well, that's your answer right there, Brian, son of God. I mean, I don't think it's fixed, but I think like certain situations, certain calls, these refs will mysteriously pull no motherfucking flags out, boy. I'll tell you. But like I said, the worst call in football is the pass interference.
Yes, I agree.
They should, unless it's in the end zone, it shouldn't be spot at the foul. It should be a 50-yard penalty like college.
Yep.
What do you think?
Exactly.
Yeah. I disagree, but hey, I understand your thinking behind that, Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because
I totally agree.
Always just threw the ball up in the air. Somebody touched the player.
Yeah, I feel like the ball got to be catchable.
Right.
Hey, this is the last day I get to talk about
Tom Brady. Tom Brady. God damn. I mean, Tom Brady, only quarterback in the NFL, huh?
Yeah, I understand, Lou.
He won the last 20 Super Bowls. Yeah.
He's the only one
protected by the
shield.
He did go to 10. My bad.
Let's be honest with you. I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to stop playing. Tom Brady he is one of the best players that ever played the game. He's not the GOAT to me. That's just my opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. Football missile, yeah, they probably will, but just like any other player, you come and you go. I mean, one year, next year, they won't even be mentioning his motherfucking name. So it now will be Patrick Holmes' league. That's the league it is.
And I don't even think it's going to be his league.
So, you know.
Hey, yeah, you got Justin Herbert and that boy Joe Burrow.
Yeah, right. That's why I say it's not even going to be his league.
I'm just saying. It's the John Breed, Patrick Holmes, Joe Burrow, which come from Buffalo. What's his name?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert.
He'll play it this way.
Yeah.
Hey, LD, what's up, Chad? We talking football on the Rebuttal Entertainment. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video. You know, we got 3 more motherfucking shows this week, the bye week, and Super Bowl Sunday. Then we gonna hiatus into Mo's favorite thing, the motherfucking combine and draft.
The draft, the favorite part of the year. But you know what, Lewis, to go back to what you just said, man, you know, it's not no disrespect to Tom Brady that nobody's going to mention his name. The league just got so many bona fide quarterbacks, man. If you just name 5 that's in that top 5 slots, what about the other guys that's going to be coming up that's going to make progressions to next year? So it's no disrespect to Tom Brady. It's just the league is in good hands when it comes to quarterbacks, man.
I agree.
I got a question. Who's going to be the breakout quarterback? Let's go down the line. Who y'all think going to be the breakout quarterback next football season? Let's start with Mo.
I mean, I want to see this crop of young guys. I know they're not predicting they be anything, but it is a couple teams that need a quarterback, and there's going to be a couple teams that's going to trade the quarterback they have. So
who you think? Name a quarterback you think going to be the breakout one this year.
It's very hard. I'm looking for Lamar Jackson to have a great turnaround and be in the running for MVP. I know you don't like him, Lou. You think he's a running back. I know you don't like him, Lou. I know you think he's a running back. But wait a minute. Oh, who's to say? Josh Allen was a running quarterback before he got better. Let's not forget that. Josh Allen got better over time. And then who's to say that Josh Allen won't regress to the way he was since Dabo left? I mean, I think that if they put the onus on Lamar to become a better passer, he can do it.
How long he been in the league?
I think this is third year, ain't it? Fourth year?
Oh, hell no. Way more than 3. You got to be more than 3. Google it. You Google every motherfucking thing else.
This is fourth year. This can be his 4th year. 4th year.
All right, go ahead, Mo. Who you think, Mo?
I'm gonna tell you the 2 young guns, man. Justin Herbert and what's the name playing today? Justin Herbert and Burrows.
2018 NFL
we
draft.
know them.
You talking about the draft? Are you talking about the draft?
We talking about like the lower classes.
Yeah, the ones that's gonna make that step up.
The step up.
Damn. Shit, this so many goddamn teams need quarterback. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. look. I'm gonna tell you what's the name for Jacksonville. He's gonna be good. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay. I'm waiting on it.
He's gonna be good. I mean, this is his first year. And he got a bullshit team around him, but he's gonna be good. The boy is a bad boy, man, for real. He's got to get people around.
Hey Lou, I got a question. So can we agree that Chicago is about to blow Justin Fields' career? I mean, let's be honest.
Okay, we're gonna do that next. Okay. All right. He got a point there.
He do.
Go ahead, Mel. Who you think, Mel?
Yeah, I'm going backing up Jamal on that. I think Trevor Lawrence. I think if in the offseason he don't go study and do his thing, if he come out with a better season than I think it is, but if he don't, then I think he gonna bust. Because he should have a great season coming up, a better season, a much better season. If he do his homework.
Yep,
that's what I'm going with.
Tony?
I was going to say Joe Burrow, but since you said we couldn't go with them, I'm agreeing with Trevor Lawrence as well. I like what he's doing. So
I need to broaden y'all horizon. Go, Lou. What do you think?
Jalen Hurts.
You know it. You know
Jalen Hurts because
the Mo killer.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts. I remember last year. Well, not last year, but I remember when we first started talking. Me and Mo had ripped him a new one. But, like you say, Rebuttal Entertainment, Lewis Rebuttal, and I kind of went back. And I was like, well, let me see what kind of weapons he got around him. And when I realized, I'm like, well, shit, he ain't got nobody to throw to. Look at his offensive line. He don't have an offensive line. But as time went on, they started scripting plays that's beneficial for him. Mm-hmm. And they got healthy with their rookie wide receiver. He got healthy. The offensive line got healthy. And they made the playoffs. You can say what you want to say. He was behind the helm that a team that made the playoffs. Yeah, they got blew out, but they made the playoffs. So I think Jalen Hurts is going to come up from next year. Only thing that's missing is he got to learn, y'all, to throw wide receivers open in the NFL. You're not going to get that tight. You're going to get that. Yeah, you're going to get that tight window in the NFL because NFL corners can cover. And you got once he learns that, and he can run the ball, I think he's gonna make a huge try for next year. That's my pick.
Yeah, I go with Jalen Hurts too. I told y'all was down on him and calling them bums, like Mo always down on everybody's bums and all.
I was too.
But lose, and I told y'all the guy was gonna be okay. You just had to give him a chance, man. And if they put playmakers, name two good wide receivers.
Are you saying that because he black?
I'm wondering, Lou, because why you not?
I'm just asking you a question. Why
you not giving him all that same grade?
I ain't interrupt.
Keep going. I got you, dog. Mute everybody.
I just asked you a question. So we can't ask you a question?
No, I'm not saying that because he's black. I think he's going to be a good quarterback.
Okay.
I just think he's going to be a good quarterback. And I think if you put the players around him, he's going to be a good he's going to start progressing in practice. He impressed Josh that he was bombs last year, and he progressed. This year, they put better players off in the line. He's going to progress some more. I just think he's going to talent that held in. This shows that I'm going to go back when he was with Alabama. He did good. They brought it better. He went to who did he went to after Alabama? I forgot.
I think Texas A&M, wasn't it? Texas or
Oklahoma.
He went to Oklahoma.
And still play good. The guy, if you put talent around him, that's just me. I think it's way that way, Mel.
No, I want to disagree with what you totally do because when he was at Alabama, he had all the weapons he had. Yep. He still couldn't throw. He was a better running back, man. He was a better running back.
Throwing and stuff. How many championships did he win at Alabama?
I mean, he won, but I'm just saying when the pressure got tight, he couldn't throw the ball. When he had to throw, he couldn't do it.
Hey, did he throw in Oklahoma?
He ran. He was more known as the runner.
He threw the ball in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They didn't give him a chance, man.
I just say all the years he had to Alabama, Oklahoma, and then so far in the pros, if he ain't shown it yet, man, I don't think it's gonna happen, man.
He showed it this year.
He's okay. His feet still got him out of it.
I got Mel. Mel want to dog us. You so used to looking at mediocrity at quarterback, Mel. You want to judge the bullshit. You know what I mean? What the fuck is horizon?
Hey, he coming at you.
Okay, hey, Lou, you right. I would love to have Jalen Hurts. You right. I would love.
Oh man.
All right, Matt Man said we have the 10th pick. The future is very bright for the Washington football team. He said Heineke will be the breakout year next year. I
got a drink on that one. I got a drink.
Oh, what more Heineke's black? Fuck that shit.
HLD say Tom Brady has played 18% of all Super Bowls and won like 10% of all Super Bowls ever played. That's GOAT status. Okay. Hey, you right. You know it. All right, Mo. Now, what's the question? Do we think the Bears gonna mess up Justin Fields? Is he paused?
Yeah, I think he paused.
Well, Lou, do you think the Bears coaching staff gonna mess up Justin Fields' career?
Yeah, if anything, it's going to derail him because, like we were saying when you were fixing your internet, usually the recipe is if you got a young quarterback, you get an offensive coordinator as a coach. Usually that's how it happens. I've never seen it done this way before. I have, but not at this level. They went in the first round and got this guy Justin Fields, will be an up and coming quarterback. I don't think it's going to be really, really bad to his career, but I think it's going to be like a step back because I would like to see them hire an offensive minded coach. People, if y'all listening, man, you got to understand when they hire these coaches and it's a defensive coach, it usually takes the complexion of the coach. If you hire an offensive coach, usually the offense gets better that same year. And the same with Chicago. I just felt like Chicago should have hired an offensive coordinator as a coach.
What do you think, Ma?
I mean, he still got to give him a chance because he still ain't really get a chance yet to show what he could do in the NFL. I mean, whatever new coach they're going to get now, I'm sure they saying, okay, we're going to get Justin. We're going to build around Justin, and we're going to see what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Get some weapons around him. So when he gets some weapons, I think any quarterback get weapons, they're going to do good. You know what I'm saying? So if they get some weapons around him, we're going to see what he's like because he'll run a quarterback too. So you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of running because if you look at it, all these teams starting they want running quarterbacks for some reason. You know what I'm
saying? They want quarterbacks who can move out the pocket. Like Mike said, they want a quarterback who can move out the pocket and get that extra get the extra.
Yeah, in case you get a pressure, you can run out the pocket or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know what I'm saying? We just got to see. Within the next 3 years, we're gonna see who's who can do what. What are you gonna do?
Exactly. Go ahead, Tony. What you think?
What was the question?
Do you think the Bears coaching staff going to ruin Justin Fields?
Yes, I do. A lot of times, these organizations, they set you up for failure sometimes, I believe. And they could have picked someone better as their coach, but sometimes they have people that they already know that they want to come into place and they might not be readily available at that particular time. So yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. The quarterback really hinges on the quarterback coach you bring in. If you bring a hell of a quarterback coach in to teach the guy, you know what I mean, it probably help him, but they don't concentrate on that. Wait a minute. There you go. If they don't concentrate on that, I'm with Mo. They probably do ruin this man career, man. Because you got these rookies come in now. They got another coaching staff. He got to learn a new system and all that shit, man. I mean, it'd be hard on the rookies sometimes, man. But they just gonna have to put weapons behind them like any other player and do what they got to do, man. But the key is quarterback coach, man. Go ahead, Mo.
Lou, hands down, his career is going to progressively get worse and worse. He's not going to learn because a defensive head coach, it doesn't have time to work on what the quarterback's doing. He's trying to coach his defense up, making sure they're running the right reads on defense, middle linebackers, 7-man for all that. He's not going to have time to be on trying to coach a rookie, a second-year quarterback. So I think it was a horrible call. It would have been a perfect place for Byron Leftwich to go or Eric Bieniemy. And Lou, there's once again, that's where I think the good old network came into play here. Because you should never, ever, ever in a million years hire a defensive-minded guy to coach up a young, who you spent so much draft capital on last year, quarterback. You need to build around him, and you already have weaknesses on the offensive line. You don't have no wide receivers. Who's their running back, Howard or Montgomery? One of them. You need so many weapons on offense, no tight ends, you need offensive line, and you hire a defensive-minded coach.
That's why
They're
they got
gonna go
offensive coordinators for, all right?
right. But the offense, how much can an offensive coordinator do? He's not the head coach.
But he's not the GM.
You
The GM, that's the GM's job to get the players.
Well, no, it's the GM job to hire the right coach for the right position. He dropped the ball on that. Think about it. If I never done something and I hire a guy who's also never done it, what did I win? You see what I'm saying, Tony? It's just a waste of time, and you're gonna have to rebuild in 3 more years.
Readdress it, yeah.
That's exactly what they did with Trubisky. They hired a guy, Matt Nagy, who was in Philly with Andy Reid, and who went to KC with Andy Reid, but he wasn't ready. You telling me Eric Bieniemy is any worse than Matt Nagy?
But I think you gotta be patient with some of these young quarterbacks now too.
I
Because
agree.
if you look at it,
that's what Lou just said with Jalen Hurts. Be patient.
Well, how you gonna agree, Mo? You ready to cut Jalen Hurts?
I still am. I'm
Is it a
double
black
standard
thing
here
because he's a black quarterback?
No. I understand you saying
That's
that.
right. Get him, Lewis.
Because Tannehill and Tannehill Johnson, they wasn't all that motherfucking good a couple years ago. Like,
But
you know what I'm
Tannehill
saying?
wasn't no good coming in the league. He came in the league as a wide receiver.
That motherfucker still ain't no good to me.
He's not. He lost it. If Tennessee had Tom Brady, they would have won the championship. Or they had Aaron Rodgers, they would have. Tennessee is a good squad. They got 2 legit running backs. Let's be honest. Deontay Foreman is a hell of a running back. Henry is a hell of a running back. They've got all the weapons.
They got the team. They just need the quarterback.
They need the quarterback.
A lot of teams need quarterbacks.
Yeah, they
need a quarterback.
They do, man.
I mean, a quarterback's the hardest thing to find, man. You can just get it. If a motherfucking team get a quarterback, you gonna grow regardless.
Yeah, but what you got to do is you got to put the right weapons around them, like you said, Mo. You got to put the right weapons around them. You got to.
There's no weapons in Chicago. Allen Robinson, who stays hurt year in and year out, is he a good receiver? Yeah.
Who's the GM for Chicago? Anybody know?
I think they got rid of Ryan Pace. I think Ryan Pace got fired.
Chicago
Hold on, let me
GM.
check. I think it was
it go like
Ryan Poles.
Ryan, yep, that's it. Poles. Oh, he's a black guy. He's a black guy. He was offensive lineman, right, Tony? I believe he was an offensive lineman for the Bears.
Oh, he the GM now?
Yeah, but he's a black guy, but you went and did the dumbest move. You know why? Because he's a bootlicker. You can tell. All those young black offensive coordinators and you gonna hire a defensive guy, he's a bootlicker. Come on, man.
We're going to find out.
He was from Kansas City. He was their executive director.
Yep.
Okay.
And then that's even worse. That's even worse. He didn't take Bieniemy with him.
Hey, this service for Justin Fields, they needed to hire Brian DeBoer first. All right. Mac Man say they need a better quarterback coach and offensive coach and better players around him. Exactly.
Yep.
Peyton Manning did say the best thing. Wait a minute. Peyton Manning did say the best thing that ever happened to him was having Tony Dunn, the defensive-minded head coach, to teach him how to read the defense. Yeah.
Okay, right. That makes sense.
Sean Payton is the best coach for Trey. I met Justin Fields, and Brian HLD said Brian Poles is the new GM. He went rogue and hired Matt Eberflus.
Sean Payton, you already know Sean Payton going in next year. I don't even want to say the name. Right?
Let's move to the next one, man. This is a 2-part question. Do you think Antonio Brown will play in the NFL again? One at a time. We don't need no argument.
I know he's ready. Everybody's ready to say. Everybody's ready to go.
Do you think Antonio Brown will play in the NFL again? And should he play get another chance to play in the NFL again? Let's start with Big Mel.
Yeah, I would say definitely. I think he should get a chance if he comes to Washington. We will welcome him with open arms. I think he should get a chance. Yeah, I would love it here. He didn't fail a drug test or anything. So hey, I think it's good.
All right. Well, go ahead, Maul. What you think?
Hell no, he ain't gonna get no chance in the NFL no more. He burned his bridges too much, man. He ain't gonna get no chance. But I mean, I hope he do. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bama's still good. You know what I'm saying? He just got. I don't know, man. He ain't gonna get no chance though, man. Cause he like.
Go ahead, Tony. What you think?
I would like to see him get another chance, but I really don't think so. He's exhausted his chances. I think this last episode, even though it was because of his health reasons and money, they're not going to overlook it now. I think he really just blew it this time.
What you think, Mo? What you think about Tony Brown?
Well, Tony, you're right, because the NFL head coach is going to look like at this. You threw Tom Brady under the bus, and Tom Brady could have won another Super Bowl, and you walked off on him. You leave your guys hanging on the field when they're fighting for this victory to get a number one seed in the playoffs, and you leave them. He's done in the NFL. Now, should he be done? In my opinion, yeah, and I'm going to tell you why he should be done. Because the man needs help mentally. There's something wrong with him. We can all agree that ever since he got crushed in that Pittsburgh game, he ain't been right since. And maybe it was a cumulative effects of concussions from when he was, because he's always been a small guy from high school to college, but there's clearly something wrong with this guy. He needs help, and he's one of those guys who's going to show up somewhere and do something stupid and I'm not hoping this, but possibly hurt somebody and then hurt himself. We just had a linebacker do that. We had the guy for the Chiefs do it a few years back. He's the perfect candidate for that. He's going to blow through his money with tons of lawsuits, having babies all over the place. It's a sign of him going through $100 million. Let's just be honest. He gonna lose all that money.
Go ahead, Mo. Finish your statement.
Yeah, when you quit on the team, you can't. I don't give a fuck. You can't. The shit he just did. You can't do that. I mean, I don't give a fuck how good you is. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to look at the history. He bullshit. Well, okay, you bullshit over on Mike Thomas and them in Pittsburgh. I don't know what the fuck you thinking about in Miami. Just chill out for 7 more hours and you got 30 fucking million guaranteed. Then you go to the New England. They take, the rules there. You fuck it up the same day. Then you go to the Tampa Bay. And then you just disrespecting everything. You just don't give a fuck. I mean, you can't, come on, man. You got to have some boundaries. You got to, I mean, I don't give a fuck what type of mental health you got, man. You got to be smarter than what you doing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Also, Arians didn't want him in Tampa Bay anyway. So how can you feel wanted or welcomed in an organization and the head coach don't even want you there? And we don't know if these screenshots that he took of these text messages are actually true or not. But if he had a conversation with this coach and said that he could not play because he was injured, and then you're telling me to get the fuck out of here, what do you want me to do?
And let me say something.
And the way
you're right about that.
I don't agree with. But again, mental health is serious. You know what I'm saying? We can't take that lightly. We don't know if he really should be on some type of medication or whatever. If he feels in his mind that his mental health is intact, but we don't know what is going on with him. And I believe he probably has some type of CTE, and we can't know that until after he's died.
But this is what I'm saying right here. Okay, you right about that. But did he? So Mike Thomas ain't had nothing. I was mad at him. Miami was mad at him. New England was mad at him. You know what I'm saying? When you think you that deep, when you think you like, I mean, you're a hell of a player. Say you a vicious football player. You like that, but you're not getting treated with the respect or something. You got to try to get, because he's on his way out the door. Nobody wasn't giving him a chance.
Well,
nobody wasn't giving him a chance. So you think they're gonna give him a chance now after all this?
The situation in Pittsburgh was totally different. He and Ben had beef. So we can't even put that into the equation. And he's done some things that he shouldn't have done in behind scene meetings and things of that nature for him to do what he did. And that's why he left out of Pittsburgh.
Mo, you got something to say before I say, Mo, you got something to say?
Well, yeah, I do. Mo and Tony, it's mentally something wrong there. And his mental affects his play on the field. Before, it didn't affect his play on the field. Now, after that last incident, that's on the field. So he mess around and miss the Hall of Fame because of his actions. Because think about it. Brandon Marshall's actions who also had mental problems while he was in the NFL, it's going to cost him to miss the Hall of Fame because Brandon Marshall's numbers say that he's a Hall of Famer. And if you go back and look at Brandon Marshall's numbers, he has some great numbers, and he has better numbers than some guys that's beneath him. And they're in the Hall of Fame. So Brandon Marshall is a player who if you really look at it and break it down, is a Hall of Fame player. But he's not going to get it because it's mental. Now, it's a good thing that he's on TV because that might help him in the long run. But he's been eligible for the Hall of Fame, and his name don't even get brought up.
He gonna get blackballed though. Watch I tell
you. Yeah, I got something to say. First and foremost, like you said, Tony, it could be a mental issue for this one incident with Tampa Bay, but it's bigger than that. And I'm gonna start off by saying I don't think he should get another chance because if you look at multiple times that he's backstabbed people who put their reputations on the line, you gotta understand when somebody comes to vouch for you and it's saying, look, I'm willing to stand right here in front of you and say, this guy, you can't control what a person's action is, but you're saying that I think he's in a better place right now and I'm willing to vouch for him. And when you vouch for somebody, that shit hurts 10 times when they deliberately stab you in the fucking back. So that's why I just don't want to see him in the league anymore because I don't think he's mentally able to function in the NFL. Yeah. And secondly, he's going to get another chance. And y'all can say what y'all want to say. The NFL, what they going to do, they going to let this shit blow over until it gets out of the mind of the NFL and whoever runs it. And then another year, a player in the offseason going to have an injury to a wide receiver who's on the track of winning the Super Bowl, and they're going to pick him up. Watch what I tell you. So I do think he's going to be in the NFL again.
Well, look, the NFL ain't got nothing to do with Antonio Brown. He just walked off the field. They can't just discipline him for nothing. He ain't do nothing.
Right.
So they can't do nothing about that. But should he play? Yeah, he should play. But do I want him to play? No, he shouldn't because I think he needs to sit out and concentrate on his life. You know what I mean? Because you can tell the way he's starting to talk now, stuttering and stuff like that. It sounds like Roger Mayweather. And you could tell something is wrong with him. You know what I mean? If you study, I went to school social services, so I know a lot about this shit. That's why I really don't get on people when they say crazy stuff about it, man. You know what I mean? It messed your mental up. It messed your mental up. Sometimes you say things, do shit that you don't know you said and did. But he did say one thing correct when he was on TV. He said, we won't know if I got CTE until I die. And I'm not ready for that yet. So do I think he's going to play on another team? I'm going to give it 60-40 that he probably will play again. You know what I mean? Because you can say what you want. Teams need the best wide receiver. And I want to get on Mo again because he started off getting on everybody again. I'm going to get on Mo for saying that wasn't that Mo that said but if he was on Tampa Bay, Tom Brady would have won another Super Bowl? Didn't he say that? Am I correct?
Yeah.
So who's the GOAT?
AB.
He's
the MVP of the team.
I got him muted so I can't hear him.
Hey, look, MVP of the team. Man. That's a good one.
I ain't agree with what he said when he said
Go ahead,
that.
Mo. Go ahead. Unmute. There you go. Mo, you keep muting yourself, man. I unmute you. You mute. There you go.
No, I know what you did right there, Lou. You didn't want me to rebut you, but let me say something. You had a lot of Tampa's offensive linemen were hurt. Chris Godwin already tore his knee. So yes, Brady was depending on him to come through in the clutch. He would have got his $1 million, but this dumbass, he wants to be a jerk. He has he's bipolar.
I understand all that, but you said Antonio Brown, didn't you not, panel?
Yes.
Yes, I did say it.
Oh, all right. Let's move on.
Yes, I said it, and I'm standing on it.
I ain't him say it.
Oh shit! Matt Man say yes, he will. He's too talented, and he will win another Super Bowl.
No, he won't.
He talked about Lou. He said my man is wearing a cowboy shirt. He's a very secure man. No shame.
That's right. You better know it, champ.
He said the Ravens might be looking at Antonio Brown. Lamar Jackson is co-signing. Look who finally come in.
Eric, what's up, Eric?
He said, I don't think he will. Two was a model citizen compared. T.O. was a model citizen compared to Brown, and he's mental illness. The blackballed him. What up, Rebuttal fam? We missed you guys last night. I'm on your helmet, light skin. Lou and Tone Low.
You want my spot flash? You ain't gonna get it because you ain't got it.
All right.
What's up, Earl?
Let's go, Mo. Game today.
Let's go.
Hey, can I say one more thing?
Go ahead, Mel.
Hey, I want to say with Antonio Brown, I'm like, on your team, you don't need all straight A students, man. Sometimes you need some CSD students on your team. So I'm if he can play, I'm on my team.
Oh, we take him. Shit.
Yeah.
I think we won't. But can you trust him?
Well, of course we have the championship weekend, and it's gonna be a hell of a day today. I can't wait. The first game is Bengals Chiefs at Chiefs, and we're gonna start off with Tony.
I believe the Chiefs win this one, and I think it's going to be a close one. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think that KC has too many offensive weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Go ahead, Mel. What you think?
I'm gonna go with KC on that game too. I think there's the home field advantage to get them to win. So I'm going with KC.
Lou?
I'm going with KC. I think at the end of the day, last week y'all saw it. Weapons came in the last minute, and I think it's going to be a repeat of this week. I think it's going to be a close game. Kansas City weapons pull it out at the end.
More.
I mean, the Bengals got weapons too now. They got some vicious motherfuckers on their team too. But only thing scaring about the Bengals, I would pick the Bengals. But only thing scaring about it, that offensive goddamn line. And shit, you can't give away no 10 goddamn sacks and shit. And they motherfuckers still won. So, damn, man, it's gonna be. Look, all right, I'm gonna say KC by 3.
Yeah, I ain't do my parlay yet. I don't know who I'm gonna pick, but if I do, I'm gonna do 2, especially Kansas City. But let me ask you, how's Bengals defense, Mo?
It's pedestrian. It's just the defense. Nothing special about it. They held on because of Joe Burrow and the weapons they got in Chase and Mixon and the other boy. I mean, they got weapons, man. They got weapons. They got weapons. Now
they ain't got the cheetah though.
They got somebody just as close.
Yeah, Jamar Chase put up 200 and some yards against the Chiefs last time, and we know, and they got a hell of a tight end in Cincinnati, and we know that they're gonna shut. Lewis, I'm calling it like it was last week. A high-scoring game. It's gonna come down to that last second. It's basically playing in the same type of weather, so I don't think the Bengals are gonna be worried about the cold because it's just as cold in Ohio as Kansas City. The thing I'm worried about is Patrick Mahomes pulling something out of his ass like he usually does, and that horseshoe lucky ass shit he does. He's a Harlem Globetrotter ass
lucky motherfucker.
And I just think that they're gonna do it. I don't want them to. I want Cincinnati to win, Lou. But here's one of them. I'm gonna go against my heart with something stupid like I usually do, and you always call me out on it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know what?
I'm going with Cincinnati, man. I'm going against what my heart is telling me, Lou. I'm doing it again. That's why I don't need to bet.
Hey, you know what?
You like Melvin. You like that dude Melvin, I know, man.
You know what? I might go for Cincinnati too, man. For real. I might go for Cincinnati. I'm going for Cincinnati, man.
Let me say, this is gonna be a close game. I'm telling y'all right now. Cincinnati. Remember, I told y'all about 3 weeks ago. Wait a minute. Remember, I told y'all about 3 weeks ago that momentum killed. Cincinnati got the momentum. They've been having it for the last 7 to 8 games, man. And it gonna be this game will be good. But the only reason I think Kansas City gonna prevail is because they have way more weapons than Cincinnati. And Cincinnati, we the first time in the playoff championship. How Joe Burrow's gonna act? You know what I mean? Patrick Mahomes have been in this shit before. You know what I mean?
3 times.
So that shit probably been on. So,
and Burrow has gotten cocky too.
You got to be cocky to be the best.
Yeah, I like his cockiness though. Hold up, Tony. Hold up. Tony, am I sensing a little bit of animosity towards the Bengals because they're in your division? I'm just asking the question. I'm starting because the way your whole demeanor changed when we got on the Cincinnati subject.
I'm just going to speak freely. Okay. I'm going for the Rams to win it all. I could care less about these stupid Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm an NFC baby this weekend and beyond.
Why I gotta be stupid Bengals? Why I just can't be Bengals?
That's what I'm saying.
You mad because Baltimore and Pittsburgh are sitting at home. That's what it is.
No, I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at the fact that these assholes in our division have been on these podcasts talking badly about the Steelers and how they are loving how we have fallen, and it's about time.
But you know why though, Tony? Because they've been down the bottom so motherfucking long. Y'all things to talk bad about their ass. Oh, we got the Bengals.
And trust and believe, if it was us in there, they wouldn't be rooting for us to win. So no, I hope they fall.
You're right. I mean, I agree. Hey, look, I agree about you about that because I don't root with nobody in my motherfucking division at all.
Especially the blue and gray. Dumbass. You know what? And I ain't trying to say this. I was hoping Dak would have stayed out another whole year when he got hurt. I wasn't rooting that he got hurt, but I was hoping he'd stay out there and get fully recovered. I hate the Cowboys. I understand what you're doing,
Tony. But what happened to the old ways of things, man? You know, like when your team don't go, don't supposed to root for the team in your division.
No, I know. Nope. I never believed in that. No. I never believe in that shit. I'm never.
Hey, look, I'm trying to stir it up, y'all.
I can't stand my motherfucker. I can't stand the Eagles, the Giants, or the cow bitches and shit. I can't stand
that. Thank you.
I will pick Spingarn Greenway before I pick the Washington.
That's all right. That's cool. How about that? And that's cool. I
would pick Michigan State before I pick one of them.
We don't want y'all picking us.
So let's get it back on the record again. It's 3 for the 4 for Kansas City and 2 for Bengals, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm for the Bengals too.
All right.
House divided.
Let's read this. This is the year of the upset. I'm still going with Andy K. Why you mention that then, Herb?
It's no upset. That's not an upset.
Exactly. HLD say AB handled the situation incorrectly, even if he felt he was in the right. He be acting like the crazy cousin in the family who no one wants to come over to the barbecue, but you still invite him because he's family.
HLD, I'm starting to think I know you, champ.
No bullshit.
Laugh out loud. You right. Okay, Tony K, it sounds like a pound of hate in your delivery.
Right,
That's the hate, that jealousy. Jealousy don't get you nowhere.
So he too cocky.
So look, ain't no way. Y'all don't think there's no way Cincinnati can win? Y'all crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that there's no way.
I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, I got it being close. 35-31 is what I'm saying.
I still am hoping
it's going to be similar to last week.
Yeah, 35-31.
You don't got to do that, Miss Tony. You ain't got to do that. Stop. It's not coming.
Well, go ahead, go to the next one.
All right. Teacher against pupil. It will be the LA Rams versus San Francisco 49ers.
Hey, can I go first? Can I go first? Can I go first?
Yes.
Mel got that cheat sheet.
Mel, she'll go.
Okay. Since the Cowboys are supposed to win the Super Bowl, right? I'm going with the team that beat the Cowboys. That's who I'm going with, the 49ers to win this thing. That's what I'm going with.
Oh, my God. Go ahead, Mo.
Man, look. And I'm going to tell you the crazy thing, right? But I might got to root against it. I got to bet my uncle back and get my motherfucking money back and shit.
PJ, don't bet him, PJ. Keep that money.
I know he going to duck my call. Watch what I tell you. But look, this 49ers got their number for some reason, man. I don't know what the fuck it is, man. They got the 49ers number like shit. So I'm going with the 49ers, man.
Oh, man. Okay.
And they beat the Cowboys, Jamal.
Yeah, that's good. And they beat Dallas.
Hey, Luke, take your phone and see what they're saying on Facebook because I'm on my phone. So go ahead, Tony. Who you got?
I'm going with the Rams. I'm supporting Aaron Donald, hometown team boy.
Oh, man. Come on, Tony.
Aaron Donald.
Oh man, well, I'm picking the Rams to win it all. So I told y'all a long time ago, y'all talk about the Rams and the defense and all that bullshit. I told you if they ever get that defense together and them boys play together, they're gonna be on a mission. Just long they don't choke when that fake Hall of Fame quarterback try to come back on them again, they'll be okay. But this time they ain't gotta deal with them. They gotta still all they gotta do is say, "Oh man, I seen your wife last night. She looked good in that porn video, boy." You know what I mean?
And they're gonna don't make Jimmy G mad, babe.
Hey, Mo, you got to distract porn star Jimmy, man. You got to say, man, your baby look good in them underwear, man.
That's a good one.
Oh man.
Leave porn star Jimmy alone, man.
That's how I think he gonna pull it out. Cause you know they always, man. Everybody always, man. Porn star always come up big, man. Some type of way.
Man, and I got a conference call after this, so this is gonna be my last quote.
Okay.
First of all, like I said, Shanahan got McVay number 6 times in a row, and they beat him. They swept him this year. It's 45-55% for San Francisco in the stadium with tickets sold. Because you're right there in San Francisco. It's not far from LA. What is it, 3 hours, Lou? 3 hours, something like that?
Yeah. 4 hours. San Francisco to LA.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So I'm going with the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan. And like you said, Mel, they beat the shit out of the Cowboys. With that being said, F the Cowboys, light skin Lou. I see y'all later. I gotta go to work.
All right, Mo.
Look what they saying on Facebook.
I can't. It's not letting me on Facebook.
Let me see.
I can't even get on Instagram.
You know what they saying? They saying F the Cowboys. That's what they saying.
That's what they said.
God damn it! I can't get on nothing.
He ain't lying. You know what that's what they saying.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, like Jamal said, San Francisco got the Rams number, and it's 2 reasons why they do. The Rams are high power offense, right? The 49ers, they run the football and they play defense. Those are the 2 recipes that you gotta have in playing championship football, and that's what they do. Dude, you understand? They get 2 or 3 yards of carry. They don't care. They stick with the run. Because they thinking in the 4th quarter, y'all legs going to be noodles, and we're going to run that shit right down your fucking throat. And that's what they did to the Rams every single game. And ain't nothing going to change today. I'm going with the Rams.
And who else they do it to, Lou?
49ers.
Who else they did it to?
They did us too.
Okay.
They did, yeah. But they've done it consistently. You gotta understand, they're division rivalries. When you beat your division rivalries like we beat y'all, like 6 or 7 straight times,
Fuck out of it.
we're clearly a better team. That means we got y'all number, right? You ran right into that Mack truck, Amel, with no. You ran right into it. We beat y'all the way the 49ers beat the Rams.
No,
that
I
ain't gonna
see your
change today.
Okay. Eric say, I don't like fire, so I can't ever see myself rooting for a dumpster fire like Washington.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
we don't like no fake. We don't like fake chicken. We don't like fake chicken. We ain't gonna eat no dirty eagle.
That's right.
Matt Man say Rams 49ers had their Cinderella game against the Packers.
Yep.
Okay. Rams, they gonna do it for Betty White. Okay. HLD say I think Matthew Stafford will be playing under pressure, having to prove himself, plus the pressure to win, to host the Super Bowl in LA 49ers upset. First of all, I think everybody good, man. I mean, everybody got their pick. I just think Rams have if anything, even though the Rams, 49ers own the Rams, this championship game, big players come up championship. No, who's the big players on the 49ers are going to come up and not choke on the championship game on defense? I mean, that's what we got. That's what they all going to boil down to, getting the Rams defense stop San Francisco and Jimmy G. You know what I mean? And Matthew Stafford can't make these mistakes, because if he make the mistakes, he's, 49ers going to win. So it's going to be a hell of a game. That's why I'm going to run some errands in a minute. I'm coming back. I'm sitting this motherfucker all day and eat some junk Let's see what's gonna happen.
At least you honest. You say you're gonna eat some junk. At least you honest and shit.
And see what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm putting it on record, Luke. I think the Rams this their time. I think they're gonna win it all.
Okay. I will say this: they got 2 players that just came to their team that wasn't there for those other 4 games. I think bringing in the linebacker from Denver, what's his name? Dang, I can't think.
Von Miller.
Von Miller, and Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham is not what he used to be.
3.
But
Don't forget Eric Waddle.
Yeah, there you go, another one. These guys wasn't on the roster when San Francisco was running the table, and I think if these guys can make plays and do what you paid them to bring them in to do, then I think it could go on the Rams' way. It's not going to be close. It's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be close.
Exactly. So that's y'all final pick. Y'all want to switch? You know how Big Ma'am like switching picks and shit.
Nope. I'm good. KC and the Rams.
That's what you think? All right, I gotta go look at my parlay before 3 though. I gotta give me a parlay. I don't know who the fucking picked though.
Hey Melvin, I tell you what, Melvin, if you didn't give me chocolate donuts on Fridays, I don't know if you be my friend right now the way you've been talking about my boys, man. Hey y'all, Big Melvin be trying to butter me up. I come down, he like, Luke, I got that chocolate joint. You know I love them chocolate joints.
Yeah.
That's calling it the truth right there.
Yeah, exactly, man. But yeah, so another good show. Next week we'll be talking about Super Bowl and doing our own shit. Do we got some intermission? I mean, we're gonna bring some people on. It's a long bye. Oh man, but yeah, man. So hey, it's coming. Thanks everybody for coming in, man. Another good show. You know what I mean? Hey, remember, everybody had their own opinion on here, as you can see. So
keep doing your thing, Tony.
Hey, look, I want to give a shout out to my man HLD. I feel like I know you, Champ. I'm gonna get you a hat. You stick around long enough, I'll get you one of these hats, Champ.
You don't know him. That's my man.
Yeah, exactly.
And before I get off, I just want to say, fuck Dallas, fuck Pittsburgh, fuck the Eagles, and all that shit. Yeah, the Washington Commanders is coming, baby. Right. The Washington Commanders is coming.
That's right, Jamal. We undefeated. We undefeated this week, Jamal.
Yeah.
Hey, that don't even sound right.
Right.
Fuck, it don't sound right now, but we gotta get used to.
Hey, look,
call the motherfucker the Commodore.
Right. Look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch the show later on because big fella, I like the description that you gave Washington football team. You went on a rant, and I'm gonna write all this shit down and keep it for next year because he went in on y'all ass, and I'm gonna record that shit for next season.
I seen you in the background laugh. I said, you laugh like a motherfucker. Well, you know,
I'm gonna write that shit down and get some shit for next year.
Y'all know I seen y'all videos, and on this last note, you know, my man Butter Dub always say, the Washington football team is trash.
That's right.